During the night of September 21st, 2018, the William A. Irvin was moved out of Duluth Harbor's Minnesota Slip and pulled to a dock nearly 3 miles away in Superior, Wisconsin. The much-anticipated move gained a lot of attention as onlookers watched the nearly 7-hour, intense but delicate process. Now that Minnesota Slip is empty, you might be asking yourself, now what?
We'll be coming in at partnership with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Great Lakes National Program Office, to do a remediation cleanup here in Minnesota Slip. So what we'll be doing is coming in with approximately 2 feet of clean sandy material that will be dredged from the navigational channel out in the harbor, which is really a win-win for everyone, because that material will come from the Army Corps of Engineers maintenance dredging that needs to be done in the harbor anyway for shipping traffic. Once the sand cap is in place over the contaminated sediments, they'll bring in about 6 inches of armoring stone. It's a small aggregate, and they'll place that over the top of the cap, and that's really a protective layer.
There are 2 other slip cleanups in Duluth Harbor, Slip 3 and Slip C, which will also be completed during October and November.
The construction in 3 and C is underway, and those are both capping projects as well. The only difference between 3 and C is that the cap in 3 and C will be slightly thicker than in Minnesota Slip. Minnesota Slip, our primary concern was making sure that the existing vessel traffic and commerce can continue here.
These slip projects are part of a larger cleanup and restoration effort known as the St. Louis River Area of Concern, or AOC. The St. Louis River is one of many other AOCs targeted for cleanup under the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative and the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement.
All of the cleanup we're doing is to address legacy contamination that happened before we had environmental rules and laws. There are 43 area of concerns in the U.S. and Canada. This is the second largest area of concern in the Great Lakes on the U.S. side. And our goal is to delist by 2025. Delisting is our way of saying that we've cleaned up the estuary, the harbor, the river, and we've restored a lot of habitat. Besides the 10 remediation projects we have a number of restoration projects.
The remediation, cleanup, and restoration goals throughout the St. Louis River AOC can only be achieved through strong local, state, and federal partnerships. The Minnesota Slip is a great example.
The project here in Minnesota Slip really could not have happened without our federal partners, but additionally our local partners. So the Duluth Entertainment and Convention Center came together with the city of Duluth, and they have repaired the dock wall for safety and environmental concerns on their side, but it also allowed the William A. Irvin to be able to get out of Minnesota Slip.
Visit the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency's website to learn more about the St. Louis River Area of Concern and study detailed story maps about specific cleanup and restoration projects. Oh, and yes, the William A. Irvin will be moved back to Minnesota Slip in the spring of 2019.